British officials say there has been no change to the threat level, but of course London is no stranger to terror attacks. With us now, Mike Bako, the Daily National sports editor. Thank you, Mike.
Good to be here.
I wondered if they were going to be able to pull this thing off.
Yeah, you know, marathoners are a tribe. They're not going to let anything get in their way. So when something as horrible as what happened in Boston happened, you know what, that's just going to put even more emphasis on, as you mentioned, more security, but people really wanting to run and show their support for the people of Boston, for the marathoners of Boston.
Did they have cancellations?
I'm sure that they probably had some cancellations, people getting cold feet right out of the gate. But in terms of people wanting to run and show their support, people are still right there wanting to do it.
They're ready for this?
I think they're definitely ready for it. The increased presence of the police officers and just the heart and soul that people want to put into running this marathon.
Yeah, two of Boston's sports teams, the Red Sox and the Bruins, honored the marathon bombing victims and the city today. At the Sox game, fans and players sang the national anthem. I was on the streets last night as the partying began, Mike Bako, and their resilience it's impressive.
It's impressive. You saw it that first night, that first game at the TD Garden with the Bruins, spontaneously just building up and singing the anthem. And before the Red Sox game, the crowd getting into it, singing the anthem. And then you had Neil Diamond come in singing "Sweet Caroline." You had it sung at Yankee Stadium, a great show of support there as well. But really, everyone rallying around Boston, and Boston really bringing itself up.
Yeah, that's the Red Sox anthem.
That's the Red Sox anthem being sung in Yankee Stadium on enemy ground. But there were some tears coming down, and people were really getting into it. It was a great show of support by the Yankee fans.
I remember after 9/11, similar thing happened at Fenway for folks in New York. It's funny how these two cities, as much as they love to hate each other's teams, seem to have so much in common.
And you even saw it today at Madison Square Garden. Carmelo Anthony and Paul Pierce saying something before the start of the game. There were some boos in the crowd when Paul Pierce started to speak, but then they were drowned out by cheers, not only for what Pierce was saying, but for Boston. So as much as they like to go at each other, Yankees and Red Sox, when it all boils down to it, we're all in this together.
Yeah, Celtics and Knicks played in round one of the playoffs today. Knicks heavily favored. Tight game, went right down.
Tight game, right down to the end. You really look at the Celtics. They have those veteran players. They have Garnett. They have Paul Pierce. They have the great coach and Doc Rivers, who have been there before. And the Knicks, even though they have a better record, #2 seed right behind the Heat, they're going to have their hands full with the Celtics this go around.
I would think so. Of course, America's team. A blackout happens in 7 minutes over in Brooklyn.
America's team, according to you.
Brooklyn.
Nets.
Go Nets. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
This time yesterday, police